Archways is an organisation that was set up in 2007. Programmes that we're involved with are programmes that have an evidence base. We came across the work of Dr. Brenna Bree and found it very compelling in terms of ways of working with young people to help them achieve that potential. MAP has a strong history of evidence. Brenna has worked on it over a number of years in refining the programme, making it as effective as possible, and has the research to prove that that's the case.
MAP has worked like a dream in our school. It just works so effortlessly, and the children are in attendance every day as well. The children really, really like it, but the teachers are very, very enthusiastic about it. I think that they feel that they're getting quite a lot of support for individual children, and apart from the benefits that it would bring to the children, would also enhance the transfer programme that we already have in place for the children transferring from our school up to Mount Seskin Community College.
What makes MAP so successful in bringing about change is that it is based on learning theory. The pupil has certain habits that have paid off in the past, but habits that really don't serve them in a learning environment. Now what we do is, through that way of engaging with the teachers and with the pupils, we identify what these habits are, and we begin to explore with the pupil what these habits are doing in school, and we target the skills then that they could begin to develop so as to change the lack of achievement into achievement.
And don't forget, on Friday when we meet as our group, then you'll be adding your group points in, okay?
Yeah. We get invited to all sorts of initiatives. Some of them take off, some of them don't, but this to us seemed very, very good because it had been researched so well, and also it had been successful in other countries in similar type areas to the area we operate in here. So I was very, very keen to go with it and to see, you know, what it actually involved.
I think it's helped him immensely. He's more outgoing and he's more inclined to talk about things with us now.
The classwork and homework.
I believe that it has an intrinsic motivational factor about it. The prize is the achievement, that they set goals, they achieve them and they succeed. It gives them opportunities for success, and they can work towards certain areas, and say attendance for example, and once they have the attendance right, then they can use that as a foundation to then move on to maybe improving classwork. I also believe when other children in the class see other children getting on well, it also raises the bar across the mark.
I've worked now with students whose behaviour and attendance in school was abysmal to begin with, and it has turned, it has changed, it has increased their own awareness of the importance of education, the importance of being in school, the relevance of school, and given them an idea to hang their dreams on. MAP, I think, has helped them to see that they can realise their dreams.
These students have come on in leaps and bounds, and that has contributed to their self-esteem, and overall the students have benefited hugely from the MAP intervention.
Working with MAP has been a really good experience for the students. They seem to be less anxious about their upcoming transition to post-primary school.
Definitely a little bit more consistency now coming through on that, so that was great.
It's fantastic, that's very positive. I'll feed that back to her.
No matter how bad a week has been for a student, the teacher always has one positive thing to say.
For me, I think it's the constancy, okay? It's the fact that there is one person there, one significant adult in the life of that child, and that adult is there twice a week, hail, rain or shine.
So it can be a fabulous relationship that's built up with another adult, someone that they can trust and they can know they can say whatever they want to.
The coordinator as well also works on personal goals with each child, so their goals that will transfer then also into the classroom situation. But I think it's the bond and it's the personal relationship that they build with the coordinator or with their own individual worker that is the real key for this, and it just brings about a whole level of maturity to those individual children.
3 and 2, 4 was saying that kind of he no longer needs that pass, you know, that
there is an ongoing peer support that happens regularly, and we develop the skills, we hone their mentoring skills, the skills that are specific to the MAP programme. As Brenna's saying, because they're not getting points in the group.
Oh, okay.
I find the peer support an invaluable part. I feel it's a very comfortable space for us to be able to explore if there were issues or ideas to be shared. It could be a very simple thing from working on behaviour, on group dynamics, on one-to-one. It really is invaluable, the whole thing, the structure. And I find it set up very well that Brenna is there every 3 weeks. Even though she's in New Jersey, she's in the room with us.
What a mentor involves is we meet the young people at the beginning of the week for an individual session, and this lasts about 15 to 20 minutes. And during that session we ask the young people how they are, how their weekend has been, how they're getting on in school. Secondly, we would meet with the teacher, and the teacher fills in a report card, and this is done very quickly. The teacher reports on how their attendance is, whether they're in on time, whether they have materials for class, how their behaviour has been that week, and if they've done classwork and homework. We would feed back to the young people what the teacher has said about them. This is something that they really enjoy, and they love to hear the feedback. And during that session, it's really good because the young people usually problem solve themselves. They help each other come up with solutions if maybe someone is finding it difficult to come into school on time, if they're finding it difficult to do homework. They find ways to help each other to do a little bit better.
If you want to do something in life, you have to stay in school and go to college and be good at what you want to do. You just encourage us to stay in school and we try our best.
The MAP programme, the one thing that's really good about it is that it provides a positive school experience for the students. Even meeting with me, whenever I'm checking their journal or checking up on how they're getting on, that has become a positive experience. Whereas normally, if they were to meet with me as year head, it would be for something negative. It would be because they were in trouble or somebody had referred them to me. So that's what I like most about MAP in the school. MAP gives our students a real focus and a real goal when they explore their targets with their mentors and think about the things that they can work on during the week and things that they need to improve. It helps in the classroom whenever they are clear about what's expected of them, and not only that, but exactly how they can hope to achieve this, because lots of times they know what they should do, but they don't know how to do it, or they don't know how to achieve those things.
Purely and simply, when you hand the power over to the child, what are you going to do about this? What goal can you set? And it is wonderful, amazing to see the kind of changes that are coming about as a result of the programme.
It's very, very obvious the benefits can be seen in the children that have participated in the MAP.
It's been a great help to me and a great relief, and when the mentor calls me, he can let me know what's going on in school. He can let me know what's going on with Sean and the differences, and if there's anything upsetting Sean, he's pretty good at noticing it, and he lets me know. And generally together we can come to a solution. I would certainly recommend MAPS because of my own experience with it, and because of the way I've seen Sean's growth with it. He gets entertainment out of it as well as education, which I think is very important for a young boy. And that's why I would recommend MAPS, because he's not bored with it, so he likes it.
What's so unique about MAPS is that it's consistent. You know, you're meeting the young people every week for that one-to-one session, but also as a group. And you're building up a relationship of trust, and I think that's very important for young people. And also it's a 2-year programme, so we meet these young people in 6th class and we help them with the transition into secondary school, which is a really important part of a young person's life. And then we work right through till the end of 1st year with these young people. So it's a really special programme. The really unique thing about MAPS is I've seen it work, and I've seen the young people excel, and not so much just in their academic, in their personal development. Their confidence has grown, their attendance to school has become so much better. Teachers have come up and said to me, you know, the students are doing better in class, they're not getting into so much trouble. And even some young people want to be more involved in the youth service that I work in. They want to be junior leaders in clubs and help kids in summer projects as well.
The MAP programme is very well constructed. I think it's a wonderful resource in the school from the point of view of 6th class teachers, because most children will transfer naturally from primary school to secondary school, but for a lot of children it's not just the academic problems they face, it's the challenges socially and mixing and interacting with maybe 9 or 10 different teachers, where they're used to just dealing with maybe one teacher, at most 2 teachers if they go to resource or whatever in the primary school. And it can be very, very difficult for them, and the wonderful thing is that they're tracked between the primary school and the secondary school. Makes it easy for me as well to get teachers to take a 6th class as well, because often they have that at the back of their mind that, you know, that maybe I won't take 6th class because there could be children who've got problems, and, you know, I've enough things to worry about in 6th class without, you know, and having this support is fantastic for them.
What I like about the MAP programme is that it targets certain children that are in danger of not completing second level education, whether it's behavioural, social or family problems. I also like the fact that the mentor meets with the class teacher once a week for an update report, and also updates the teacher on the progress of the child in the MAP programme.
I think what's unique about MAP is that there's always consistency there, so I do meet them on a weekly basis, and if it happens that, you know, the day I normally meet them they're not going to be there for whatever reason, I will always try and meet them that week, so there is that consistency. And also I suppose the goals are unique to other programmes I've done before, because we're working on a particular goal and it can be very simple, but you know, you can have really, really good results by the end of it. So I think in that respect that's how it's different. It's given me access to these 4 boys on a weekly basis, and it's been very consistent, which means now when they transfer in September to Kylemore College, I will know them, I have background to them, and I'll be able to share information maybe with some teachers, you know, about what their own fears and issues are about the transfer. So I think, you know, it's a win-win for these boys.